Okay, this is take two. This is a wheel hub, front wheel hub. I don't know if it's a left or right. For 2012 VW Tiguan. I'm trying to take this bearing out because I'm doing the whole suspension while I'm at it. I'm going to be putting an FAG bearing in there. The reason why I'm doing this work is because the mechanics didn't want to deal with it because there's so much rust on everywhere else, so it's not economical for them and myself to work on this, and I'm not going to pay the ridiculous prices that it's going to cost me to fix this. So sometimes you have to do things yourself, but for the most part I give the mechanics to do the work. But these are 12-point bolts. They call them triple riveted, so you need an M12 bit. But the reason why I'm shooting this video is like I want to show you how I pull this stuff out if they're fighting me. So the first thing you have to do is you have to kind of make sure the threads are clean. If not, you have to use a, let's see if I have a, I don't have it. Let's see if you get the large chunks of stuff out. It's the wrong tool, but oh well. And then you put it here like this. Where's my hammer? Okay. Since you don't wanna, you want to make sure this thing is seated in very well. So if you don't get this in all the way, if it's like halfway, you're gonna strip that, then you're done. You practically need to buy another one of these unless you want to waste time to cut a slot on it and experiment. But you really gotta, when you deal with the stuff like this that's rusted, you really want to make sure that the tool is making a tight connection and it's in all the way. Let's see if this is gonna prove me wrong. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if this thing is gonna come out without any heat. So here we go. This is my I love this baby. It's my DeWalt tool. All my tools that I have, because of the battery I have, is DeWalt. DeWalt is my baby. I'm sure the professional mechanics use Snap-on and Milwaukee. I'm not professional. I'm a YouTube university type of guy. But I've been working on stuff like this for over 30 years. So now we're gonna see if this. You also have to wear eye protection because this thing has so much torque in it. If something breaks, you might lose an eye, or people around you. Watch your eyes, watch their eyes, and watch if you have pets around. Watch the pets' eyes. So let's see. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. Oh, that one came out pretty easy. All right, it's like my last video. It made a liar out of me. Let's see if this other one will come out. This one is pretty corroded. Let me see if I can get a. I don't have a pick. I don't know where my pick is. Oh wait, I got this one. I want to see if I can use this. Let's see if I can clean it a little. I was soaking this thing overnight with some penetrating oil I have. I mean, I've tried different penetrating oils like Croil. Croil is my favorite one, but I don't have any around. This one, I don't know, Liquid Wrench penetrating oil. You can if you ask people around, they're all gonna say, "Oh, this one is the greatest. This one is that greatest." When it comes to rust, if the area that's rusted is sealed, the oil is not going to get to it. It will take a long time for the oil to get to it. So I don't have 100 years to wait for the oil, penetrating oil, to get to where the rust is sealed. Let's see if this one's going to make a light out of me. All right, so Let me turn around so you guys can see better. Another. I have this here. This is my ultimate backup plan, but I'll try not to use this if I don't have to. So let's see if this one come out. Aha! So you see, you don't wanna overdo this. If it doesn't come out in 5 seconds, you need to resort to the next step, which is heat. Heat expands. So if you heat the outer metal, you also want to make sure you don't set your house on fire. So, but the heat expands the outer metal, and sometimes you can break this loose. So my rule of thumb is about 20 seconds. I try to go maximum 30 seconds. I don't go way too much, because if you go too high, you don't want this thing to turn into cherry hot red, because then at some point you're gonna break this. So this is what I do. You take the heat, you start counting. 1, 2, 3. You go back and forth. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just give it some time for the metal to expand. And then let's see. All right. As you can see, you don't want to inhale that stuff. And that's rust and oil burning. And as you can see, let's see if it's hot. I got my asbestos fingers. Came out. That's how you take these mother jumpers out when they don't want to come out. 9 times out of 10 it works, but if there's the one time that if you strip that, then might as well go get a new knuckle, because you're gonna have a hard time getting that out, unless you're retired and you have all the time in the world. Then you can drill it, put easy out on there and everything else. So I'm gonna try to do this one and then this one, see what happens. And then the other thing is, it's like German engineers, they make awesome cars, but they don't think about, I don't think they think about New Jersey or Pennsylvania driving conditions, because we like to put salt on our roads. And salt, like in Germany, I don't know what they do in Europe, but their parts over there might not be rusting as much as they do here in the States, in the Northeast. So if you're gonna sell a car in the United States, and you got guys like me who like to drive used cars, because we don't want to spend $50,000-$60,000 on a car, you might want to think about us too. So make the part so you can handle corrosion. So if you want this bearing replaced, I mean, it's pretty bad when a mechanic doesn't want to deal with it, right? So let's clean this one out. Let's see if this. I mean, I'm not trying to be. I'm bitter in a sense, because I work in the engineering field, and we do think about some things. What if? That's the. I mean, Honda Asian cars. A lot of people like Asian cars because reliability. And somebody told me that the difference between the Germans and the Asians is, Asian engineers, they actually think about the life at the end. What happens if after 10 years, 20 years? That's the reason why so many people want to buy Asian cars. I mean, Asian cars, they do rust. I'm not gonna tell them that it's the greatest, but I tend to like. It doesn't want to come out. I'm not gonna waste my time heating it, but my thing is, the reason why I like German cars is very simple. They have the Autobahn over there. right? And obviously they have to make the cars that their people drive. Here, put some heat, and they have to make the cars safe for the Autobahn. And to me, in Asia, you don't have people driving at those speeds that they do in Europe, on the Autobahn. And I commute a lot, so I want my car to be trustworthy enough to be on the Autobahn. That's the only reason why I'm buying, I like to buy German cars. And as you can see, I'm heating it up. This thing might flame up because of all the oil, so you gotta keep a fire extinguisher handy, which I have right to the right. You heat it up about 20 seconds, and let's see if this one will come out pretty easy. So that's the whole story about right. Some rust fumes. Ooh, baby, don't fall. Got one more. Alright, let's see if we can get this baby out. Let me clean this up. Okay, so